much for being here. Thank you very much for your patience. You were supposed to be here last night.
Yes,
Things
it was.
got out of control. You were nice enough to come back tonight. Thank you, and thank you again.
David, it wasn't your fault. It was Cher's fault.
It was Cher's fault, and you're right. I'm blaming Cher.
Yeah. I wanted to be friends with Cher, but now I think I want to be enemies
There's no
with
chance.
Cher.
Now listen, let me tell you a couple of things about you. I've seen you in so many things, and I watch them on the iPad.
Yeah.
And there's a wide variety of stuff you're in and been on, and I've just fallen in love with you as an actress.
David.
Yeah, it's remarkable, and congratulations. And let me ask you a question about that Party Down show.
Wow.
Yeah, how long ago did you do that show?
That was probably like 3 or 4 years ago at this point.
Right. And is it gone now?
It's been gone forever. In fact, nobody watched it when it was on TV, which is part of the reason why it's been gone forever.
Well, it's one of those things where once you see it, you can't get enough of it. And then I would see you on the Children's Hospital. You would be on that show.
Wow, I can't believe... You're kind of blowing my mind right now.
And then movies, Mean Girls, of course.
Yes.
And then Freaks and Geeks.
Sure.
Yeah. And here you are tonight.
Right here on this show.
Yeah. How about that? Well, I'm happy you're here. Now, I see this show, Masters of Sex, and there's a scene there where Masters or Johnson is hiding in a closet.
Yes.
While a guy and what appears to be a prostitute are having
a prostitute.
vigorous but brief sex.
Sure.
Now, is that, truly speaking, clinical? They're hiding in a closet watching...
Yes, well, Masters is hiding in the closet. That's before he meets Johnson. That's my character. I get him out of the closet, but not in that way. And yes, he had to hire, in real life, it's based on 2 real sex researchers in the 50s. Yes, and he paid prostitutes because he couldn't figure out how to get respectable people to have sex in front of him.
Well, my phone was busy?
I know, right? Where were you on that?
So, as you understand it, what did we learn from that research?
Well, we learned quite a lot. For women, especially, we learned that women are the sexual athletes, not the fellas. Yeah, nobody thought that before, which is obscene. I also learned that if you were a woman in the 50s and you couldn't enjoy an orgasm with your husband, you were considered frigid and you were put in psychoanalysis. And,
psychoanalysis?
Yeah, for years and years, because your body was broken. And now at least we can sort of blame the guys for at least a percentage of it.
Listen, someone's been reading my journal. But the show, because of the topic, and it's a serious topic.
It is.
But there was quite a lot of sex on the show. So
yes.
You as an actor are around sex all day.
Constantly.
Well, and is that okay?
You know, one would think that it would be very strange to watch strangers take their clothes off and pretend to have sex in front of you.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, it's something that's very easy to get used to.
You get used to it.
Yeah, and quite quickly. And, you know, when I was a kid, I went to Europe when I was 19 on a backpacking trip, and I found myself in Amsterdam.
Yes.
Which, you know, 19, whatever. And in Amsterdam, I found myself in the red light district, because if you're there...
You go, it's a tourist attraction.
Yeah, you got to check it out. And somebody handed me a flyer for a live sex show. Of course, I was willing to check that out as well.
That's how we get our audiences here. Flyers.
There is a lot about this show that reminds me of a live sex show, I must admit.
Yes, disappointing.
Yes, so
So you go to the show.
I go to the show. I was surprised it's in a theater, a proper theater with a stage and an audience. And there's this bed, and couples are on the bed 2 at a time, and they have sex with each other, and you sit in the audience and you watch this happen. Now, every 10 minutes, a new couple comes on, and then at the hour break, I believe the first couple, it's like they cycle through it.
At the hour break.
Yeah. Every 10 minutes, they switch out. And the audience, I look around myself at that time, and the audience is like, what is happening right now?
Yes.
They're having sex in front of me. This is so weird. And the people having sex on the bed, on the stage, are chit-chatting.
Yeah.
Like, bored.
They couldn't care less.
They could not, but I mean, I'm not going to do the full movement, but like they're fully having sex with each other, and they're having like idle conversation. Now, I didn't think that made any sense at the time, and now cut to me having idle conversation while people do that right in front of me every single
Now,
time.
at the end of the show, I know a little bit about this topic.
Do you?
At the end of the show, does the cast come out and take a bow? Because I have heard that certain cast members, now this was in Paris, I have heard, the cast members came out, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
In fact, I think that's the only thing that was missing. Like, they didn't take enough pride in their work.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Now, listen, this is a completely different character for you.
Yeah, it is.
So be careful.
Okay.
All right? You know what I'm saying? The show, Masters of Sex, and you're Johnson?
I'm Johnson.
Yeah, you're Johnson. Hey. I'm so sorry. It's all Cher's fault, for God's sake.
Every time with that Cher.
It's Masters of Sex premieres Sunday at 10 p.m. on Showtime. This is the lovely Lizzy Caplan. God bless you, my dear. Thank you so much
Nice
for being
to
here.
meet you.
What part of L.A. were you born in?
The Miracle Mile.
Oh, down on the Wilshire, whatever
That's right,
that is?
proper LA.
Yeah. We'll be right back with Iconopop, ladies.